Before we begin, this story contains depictions of violence and dark themes that some listeners may find disturbing. It is intended for a mature audience. This is a work of fiction. All characters, events, and incidents are products of the author's imagination. Viewer discretion is advised. I have a long story to tell, but there's no need to tell it. Whatever that has happened after the war, it has nothing to do on the path I have been headed for. So, skipping everything, I waited for a long time, months to tell, before there came the time when she agreed to take me to that person, which was far from there. We have to sail through the seas, but not in a royal ship, not as a queen, no, as she has never become the queen. She has the chance, but no, rather she made someone else the king, or rather just a figurehead. Well, a lot of things have happened there, a lot of things she has done there, and I do not care for any of them, as I have nothing to do about it. And when traveling to meet that person, she was traveling as a pirate, in a pirate ship, and we too aren't the only one there. No, rather there was her whole group, almost, as a number of them left back in the land. My journey, well, it's longer than what I expected it to be. I am not talking about by distance, no, as it sure is big in distance, but by time, it's even bigger, and there's only thing that is worrying me, that what if I get there late, and in what sort of condition my friend would be in. A long time has been passed by there. I was on that ship for days, going through the ocean. I was scared, more than a little, as this was something new for me. To be honest, in the beginning, I was rather excited about it, and I kind of enjoyed it, as that experience was something I had never had before. Still, after a couple of days, I started to feel a bit drowsy. Then there came a storm, which was the closest experience to death. I was certain that we were going to drown in there, and that storm was also the reason that our trip was delayed a bit. Because of the storm, we had to take shelter on the nearest island. After everything that we had been through, we all needed the rest, and a day's worth of rest wasn't enough, and that was good, as after being sick for days I feel really great they've been there on the island. The air was quite nice. That island was habitats by people, but not towards the side we are on, where we are. It was a jungle and nothing more than that. Been in there, the pirates went to a little shopping there, as that's what they needed, and I do too. We were in the bazaar, been moving from one place to another, buying stuff. Most is just food and liquor. While I was there, I have no needs. Food is all I need, and that is something which is needed, and nothing more than that. I have more than plenty. We stayed for a couple of days there, before we took our leave, and I still don't know where we have been headed for, but what I know there is that, it's going to take some time there, and it took a little more than what I expected it to be, and the place where we have reached at the end of our journey, well, that place is something which it wasn't expecting it to be there. That place, it was an island, not a big one, neither a developed one, no, rather it was a home of tribal. I saw them from a distance as we were approaching there. Why are we here? I asked her, as she smiled a little at this. Well, don't you need help? I heard her, and was a little confused there. These people, how are they going to help me? I don't think so that they know anything about it. She laughed a little at this. Don't make assumptions. You don't know what these people can do. You sure will get your help here. I am certain of it. As if you didn't get it here, well, then I am certain that you are not getting help anywhere else. She was rather confident with her words as she said there, and I do not dare to question her. I do not care for where she takes me, or who can help me. I do not. And these people, these tribal people, they were speaking some entirely different language. I have never heard of it before, but the pirate seems to know that language, and the way they were talking out, well, I can tell that they are friends, and been there, I feel a little strange there, and the way those people been looking at me, well, I don't like it. I feel a little scared there, so I keep myself close to her, close only to the people with whom I have gotten a little comfortable there, and that I might trust them. These people, they're living in the forest, they have homes being made on top of trees, and on the ground, and even beneath the ground, and it seems like there's a whole village there, but for the size of a town, there were thousands of people were there, and among these thousands, there's only one person that have been looking for, and I kept telling her to take me to that person, and she kept telling me to wait for a while, but now we were that close. I need answers. I need to get out of here. I need to go and find my friend. I haven't forgotten about that, and I never will, until I reach that place. I need to see my friend, no matter how long will it take. We are there. I was a little anxious there, and that might be because of the people who were there, and the way they were looking at me, and the way they themselves looked. They certainly aren't friendly beings. They kind of looked like the cannibalistic I have heard about, or read about in the books. They matched the description, but were they cannibals or not? Well, I am not sure about that. They might be, they might not. I am not sure about it. I do not care for that. But as we were there, hard wall, just get busy talking with them, in a strange language that I couldn't understand, while I sat there along with the others, being quiet, just looking around from there. The girls came with coconut shells being filled with some sort of liquid in it. I hesitate first, wasn't sure what to do with it. It wasn't water, it was too thick to be one. Just drink it. It's sap, it's sweet and cold, said the man next to me, as he gulped it in a single pour. I did not. It sure was sweet in taste, but sticky and made my throat a bit dried after some time. The others were quiet. It is going to be fine. I don't know what they were talking about, but being there, it seems like that we are going to stay there for a while. As the dark was shining there, and the tribeswomen has started food preparations, someone said that we are going to have a feast there. We might be. I don't know, and I don't care for that. There's only one thing that I needed there. I reminded hard about it, and this time, she gave me an answer there. We will go there in the morning. I had waited for a long time. I can wait till the morning, and I waited. I had the food, didn't like that much, wasn't sure what I ate there, and whatever that was, it did not give me a bad stomach, all I was glad about. But there's a little misunderstanding there, as when she said when we will go there in the morning, I thought she meant after the sun came up in the sky, but when she wake up me, it was still dark out there. Let's go. She just said those words there as she wake me up. I was there in a bit of a confusion there, about what just happened there. It took me a few moments, to get out of the state of being sleepy, and when she was already there on the move. Do you want the answers or what? She said as she got a little far from me. She was headed right for the forest, and I was right behind her, been following her. We two weren't alone. There were two people from the tribes walking along with us, and soon we were out of the forest, and were in a boat, been rowing through a river. Been in there, all I tried to do was to keep myself awake, and nothing else. I don't know where she was taking me, but wherever it is, I was hoping to get some answers there, and maybe move a little forward in search of my friend, as till now, I have reached nowhere with it. At the end of that river, there's a waterfall, and as we reached there, and I laid my eyes on it, I thought that this is where we are going to stop. I thought that, but no, apparently we did not come to a stop, and rather continued to move towards the waterfall. I thought we were going through that waterfall, as it's a mountain from where that water was falling, so I thought there might be some hidden den or a cave right behind that water. I assumed that. I wasn't sure about it. No, rather as we got closer to it, we started to move up from there. We were going against the flow of the water, and been climbing the waterfall. I wasn't expecting it to happen there, but when it happened there, I could feel my heart in my throat. I thought I was going to fall, but no, it didn't. I sat there in silence. I looked down from there, and I released a cry, and that was the moment, when Heart stand there on her feet. It thought she would fall. I tried to stop her, but she didn't fall down from there. No, after she was standing there with a smile on her face, been looking right at me. You seem a little scared there. Huh, what is it? You don't like height or what? She asked me, been laughing right there, knowing what is it I don't like about this thing? Why aren't they falling? Why is it happening there? What reason is there behind it? Huh, I couldn't think of any logic behind it. No, rather it was certain that there's something supernatural behind it. What is it? I don't know. I actually didn't care about it at all. No, my heart continued to thump right there, until there came a moment, when we reached at the top, and we were still there in a river, but this time, at the end of it, there's an entrance, and I wouldn't call it a cave. As that entrance, it looked like a wide open mouth of some sort of creature. As the shape of that cave, it looks like a skull that belonged to a giant creature, maybe a buffalo, or something like that, which has gigantic thorns pouring out of the forehead. Is this real, or is it just carved into a mountain? If it's not real, this is the only reason that could explain it. Been hearing my words there. She smiled a little, shook her head a little at this. This is real. I might show you the body after we finished here. She said those words there as they entered in there, and the darkness rose.